Good morning or good afternoon. It's not even morning. Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. How are you having? Are you having a good day? Yay! It's Friday! I don't wear shoes. Okay. I don't wear shoes when I'm streaming. Okay. So, welcome to my channel. It's Katie. If you're brand new, I am usually this ridiculous. And if you are already a subscriber, hey, how are you? And to my members, hello. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm on a random, it's another day of putting this all together. My son's nurses have the illness that my son had now, and so he has not been able to go to school. And so pulling double duty, my husband and I both trying to get work done. So he worked the first half of the day. I'm going to work the second half of the day. Yay for parenting. Okay. Welcome. Yesterday, we talked about Miss Mama June returning to the world after not being on the Instagram or the book face for a really long time. I always think book face is funny, right? It's like writing your face. Okay. So anyways, Mama shows back up yesterday, initially posting a photo on her Instagram, basically telling people that, life is hard. She's, still struggling, but she's not perfect. And, she's not talking to her daughters right now, and she's not seeing her family. And she hopes that will change eventually. And then she made this call out to her fans to go to a link, which was called Collide. And then on Collide, you could pay to speak to Mama for $2 per text message. Okay. And that got called out. She got a lot of flack, like a ton, on her social media. So she deleted the link. Okay. And then she just had it as sort of this thing to her daughters, maybe realizing that, asking for money when you haven't been online in a really long time isn't the best look. And after learning that she had pawned a diamond ring only a week ago, okay? Well, after she updated everything on her Instagram, then on her Facebook, she posted, she's trying to sell some Jordans, like Air Jordans, like Michael Jordan, like the coveted sneakers that people collect and wear. I've never been into Air Jordans, never been into Jordans. They were a thing. I think they're still a thing, but they were really big when I was growing up because that was when Michael was the king of basketball. And now they're ridiculously expensive. So she was actually trying to sell a pair of Jordans. And here is what it says. It says, used, barely worn, only 3 times, $70 can meet up located in McDonough, Georgia. So there they are, the shoes. They have a little tag on them. They've only been worn 3 times. She's selling them for $70. Interesting, right? So, but it wasn't that. That was the interesting part. It was this. Sandra Hale. That's June Bug's mom. And she said, June, you need to get help before you lose everything and everyone. He is not good for you. All he wants is your money or everything you got for him and his family. You need to think of your own girls and grandkids you love, who love and miss you. I never thought you would end up like this, and I let a man run over you and take everything you worked for. I still can't figure out why they keep blaming Gino. I understand that they are frustrated with June, but it's her choice. Gino isn't yes, he is probably controlling, but at the same time, Mama picked him. And it takes 2 people to do and use nose candy or whatever it is that they're using. So nobody's forcing her. And they often talk about Gino as though he's the drug, but it's not. It's the drugs that are the drugs, right? And then someone said, this is really sad. I'm here for you. And then she started yelling at someone. And she didn't. If we knew where she was, we would get her help. But she has gone off the grid and not even contacting her family. I'm her mother. You need to mind your own damn business. And then she said, sorry, Melissa. I thought I was writing to Mindy. This message was meant for Mindy Palacios. Please forgive me. Well, then Sandra found Mindy Palacios. And she said, You need to mind your own business, as you don't know anything or the facts. I'm her mother, and we don't know where she is, and she is off the grid. And yes, she needs to get help bad. As long as she is with Gino, she will never get the help she needs, as then his money and everything else will be gone. I hope she gets help soon. It may be too late, or it may be too late. I've already lost one child to cancer, her brother. You know, a parent isn't supposed to bury their children. They're supposed to bury their parents. A very stark and sad reality of this world right now that she's living in. And a lot of people have been saying that. Like, when is she going to hit a rock bottom? And when you're in the thick of this type of stuff, families are constantly worried about finding out from a coroner or a police officer that your loved one has passed away from an OD. And then she started yelling at Mindy again. She said, "You're the rude one, and as for messaging her, we have to no avail, as she won't answer any of us. So this is the only way, is when she posts something." And then just so you know that, like, I wanted to show you that this is her. So this is her mom. She's been on the show. There's a photo of Sandra, and that's with Sugar Bear. And there's a really old photo of June. I think that's June, and Honey Boo Boo. That might be one of her daughters, actually. I don't know if that's June. Kind of looks like June, but it could be her oldest daughter, Anna. I don't know who that is. But that is so that's where they're at, okay? And it's sad because, so Mama shows up, and it was funny. It's not funny, haha, but it was like, Mama did show up into Honey Boo Boo's live stream on Thanksgiving and was like making comments like, "Hi, I miss you. I love you. I want to talk to you." But it's sad because they're saying, like, it's clear that the family wants to help her. It's clear that Sandra and her sister, I think Dodie, is that what they call her on the show? And then, like, her daughters, obviously. She's got Jessica and Anna and Lauren and Alana that all want to know where their mother is, all want to know what's going on. And someone even made a comment to June on her Instagram that it's really unfortunate that she's on this trajectory right now and she's only worried about Gino and what she's putting in her body, because right now her 19-year-old daughter, who is married and already a mother, who has theoretically followed the same cycle as June as being a young mother, and she is now essentially raising Alana, because Pumpkin has legal guardianship right now of Alana so that she can go to high school where she lives. And her father, Sugar Bear, is the one who signed that over to her, because Sugar Bear doesn't live in the same area and Alana wanted to stay, and he didn't want her to uproot where she was living and get away from all the rest of her family. So not even her own mother can find out who she is. And this would absolutely mirror similar stories that have been put out by TMZ. TMZ had put out a story a couple months ago about how the family had been making calls to different hotels in the area to see if, like, she was staying there and if they were able to locate her, trying to get police to go over there to do welfare checks, because they've been really transient and, like, moving from place to place to place, so they don't stay in one place for very long, and she doesn't contact anyone. She literally just is on her, she's out with Gino. They sold the house. They sold all their belongings before they sold the house. If you remember, she had, like, that humongous sale. And then she sold the house for, like, $5. I mean, not really, but $99,000 for a 3,500 square foot home. Seriously. And then they move, right, to nowhere. And that money is theoretically gone, I'm guessing, if they're still now selling Air Jordans. And I saw someone in chat and said, "I bet they're hotter than a $2, what did you say?" That was a really funny comment. I wish I could see it. Oh, Risa says, "I'm sure they're hotter than a $2 pistol." That's a good comment, Risa. Thank you for that comment. And thank you, Jennifer Topp, for becoming a super fan. So with all of this being said, Sandra is concerned about her, desperately wants her to get help. June is only concerned about selling hotter than $2 pistol Air Jordans, according to Risa, or in my chat, allegedly. And this is where we're at. It's so sad. And it's like the first post that she's made is to sell things and to get money, which tells you the state of her affairs right now. And don't forget, she still has an outstanding case in Alabama. I actually was just online yesterday or 2 days ago to get an update. Nothing has updated yet. There's not a court date yet. There's not a scheduled date yet for her trial. It was, she did plead not guilty along with Gino. Gino both pleaded not guilty. They're both facing felonies in the state of Alabama for possession and paraphernalia. So she could face some time in Alabama, although if she has no other prior convictions in the state of Alabama, it's unlikely that she'll serve any jail time, and more probable that they'll give her probation. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't know how she's going to get her butt back to Alabama if she's trying to get rid of some shoes for $70. And then there's this whole question about the show must go on, and the show is set to start. It actually has an air date coming up in March. The family manager, Gina, has on her Instagram listed, I think it's like the 3rd of March, where the 4th season of Mama June from Not to Hot is coming back, which is odd because if Mama's selling everything, it's clear she's not getting paid by WeTV, so the show must not be about Mama, it must be about the girls. We'll have to see what happens. There hasn't been any sort of formal trailer or anything like that yet in that for the new season. And all of the filming photos that Gina has posted, or the filming production group that's on Instagram, has all been Alana and Pumpkin and nothing to do with June. So I don't know if she'll even be a part of it. So that's where we're at right now. Sandra can't find her daughter and is worried that it might be too late. And that is a really tragic, horrific place for a parent to be, but sadly a humongous this is like a perfect example of what millions of families are going through across the country right now, as we are in a humongous crisis with so many different, with opioids and other narcotics. And it's just a sad state of affair with not enough help, not enough beds, not enough places for people to go. Okay, you guys, so tell me what your thoughts are. Henry says, when you find out about the court date, will you go watch her court case? Henry, I don't know that the court cases will be visible to watch, but, oh, you mean if I'll fly down there? I'm not going to go to Alabama, no. But I will absolutely get the updated court records as soon as they are. I have an account with the Alabama court system, so I can access all of the records. I can download everything. I have all of the records for it. I have the complaints and everything. To date, there hasn't been a new court date. There hasn't been a trial date given for this. So that's where we're at for right now. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, just let me know in the comments below. Also, I don't know if you guys are interested, but since I have a larger audience, if you're interested, Taylor Swift has a new documentary coming out, and there's some interesting admissions she has that have been coming out. The film actually debuted last night at the Sundance Film Festival, and there's been a ton of reviews, and I've spent the better half of the morning while I was with my son reading the different reviews about the upcoming film, which will actually drop on Netflix in a week from today. So if you're interested in content like that and what might be revealed in the upcoming documentary about Taylor Swift, which is called Miss Americana, let me know in the comments and I can do a stream on that. She's not prominently featured on this channel. I've done 2 streams, I think, on Taylor, and I do like her, so just need to know if any of you are Swifties. All right, you guys, I'll be back in a little while with more. Before you go, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, as well as make sure to check out all of my social media. Thank you guys so much for helping me get to 10,000 on Instagram. Today on Instagram, I actually did a story sort of commemorating the past few months that I have had with all of the negative comments. Listen, I get a million awesome comments from you, but sometimes the hardest things that you can see, the ones that you hear the most, are the negative things. And when you have certain people targeting you, it's hard to ignore them. And so I woke up this morning and I saw the stuff coming down with Taylor's new documentary, and then that made me go onto YouTube and get calmed down, right? And then I started listening to the lyrics and I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what happened to me. So I made a little montage about some comments that were made. Enjoy it. But if you like the song Calm Down by Taylor, you will like the story. Anyways, I will be back in a little while. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it over there. Make sure you turn the bell notifications on by ringing the bell. All right, you guys. Bye.